They were in constant contact with us to start the off season. Beautiful park to pitch in and a great park to pitch in. With the constant contact and everything, we felt like it was a great fit and knew that they had a great team here, and just wanted to come on and join the team and help out as much as I can.
This guy's on the Giants.
Yep.
And he's one of the newcomers. And so we're really, really excited for the opportunity to get to know him a little bit. One of the new Giants starting pitchers, it's Adrian.Houser. Adrian, you're on with Willard and Dibs on 95.7 The Game. How you doing? Thanks for calling.
Hey, guys. How's it going? I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Well, fantastic, man. You've bounced to different organizations and had varying levels of success. Something clicked last year, right? Especially with Chicago. What did they see? What do you have going on that kind of made you so desirable to the Giants?
I think it would have to go back all the way to last offseason. I got DFA'd by the Mets, was in AAA for a couple months, and really, learned the hard way that, this game is a gift, and we got to take it, day by day, and had to make some changes. And so I started with doing a 72-hour fast. I started the Carnivore diet. And then I got in contact with a buddy of mine who works at a pitching place in Edmond, Oklahoma called Pitching Works. And, I got in contact with them and went down there and we changed some mechanics up and got in a really good spot going into spring training and, just hit the ground running from there.
Now, Adrian, I know that you don't know us all that well yet. You just touched on a little bit of a spot for this particular show when you started talking about diet, and I believe you said you're on the carnivore diet. I think I'm going to need to hear a little bit more about exactly what that means.
Yeah, so I like to call it the carnivore-ish diet because I cheat a little bit. I get a few carbs in there every now and then, but for the most part in the off season and as much as I can throughout the season, I'm eating eggs and meat. Particularly, I'm trying to stick with steak mostly.
Yeah, and that's it?
Yeah.
Like, that's it. Like, give us a day. Give us an eating day.
Yeah, like a typical off season, it'd be, like 4 eggs to start in the morning, just 4 scrambled eggs to get the day going. You go to work out and then come home and maybe have some cottage cheese and, maybe some leftover steak from the night before and then have steak and eggs for dinner.
I mean, that sounds pretty good to me.
That's awesome.
And I'm looking at your Baseball Reference, and they have you at 6'3", 242. So when you went 72-hour fast, did that dip down to like 222? What'd you lose in 3 days?
Yeah, so that Baseball Reference number is way off right now. I'm sitting about 225.
Nice job, Adrian.
Okay,
yeah, way to go.
I mean, lean it out, right?
Did you find that difficult to go on a 72-hour fast?
At first I thought it was going to be pretty tough, but then after like getting through the first day and, my blood sugar dropping and dealing with a little bit of a headache, like besides that, just chugged a bunch of water and it was actually pretty easier than I thought it was going to be.
I mean, beyond the mechanics of just, losing that much weight and like not eating for 3 days, you talked about your mechanics. What have you done different, and are you adding new pitches into your arsenal as well?
No new pitches, just kind of refining all the pitches that I've had, kind of making some grip adjustments, trying to get some, more movement on some stuff. But everything's been good there, but kind of just tinkering with it as much or as little as we need to. As far as mechanics wise, kind of that off season, we got my lift leg, we got it going higher, so I get back into my backside a little bit more. I was getting into my quad a lot the year before, and so I was losing velo and stuff just wasn't moving right. And so they kind of identified that like my first bullpen down there within like 5 pitches. And so we kind of just hammered away at that and chipped away, and we got into a good spot that everything was, nice and strong and looked way better, and the ball was coming out so much better and easier, and, added to that, got a lot stronger. So that all combined together helped.
Adrian, speaking of things that we read about you on the internet, I need to find out the truth of this, and then also maybe the experience that you had. It sounds like maybe you have had the propensity at times in your life to vomit while out on the pitching mound during games. Is this true?
This is a fact.
Okay,
yes. This is a fact.
Now what's going on here, Adrian? What's happening out there?
So I've come to find out and realize it's mostly to do with like a hot, humid day, and I just get kind of where I can't really breathe, and it gets my stomach kind of churning, and then once I throw up, I'm good after that. But just get it out of the way, and like they say, puke and rally, and head on through the game.
Boot and rally. We used to use that as well. So wait, Adrian, your major league debut was in 2015, September call up, couple of starts, and then there was a gap between then and when you got back. Was that your third career outing when you came back in 2018 that you first vomited on the mound?
So no, I didn't. It wasn't my first one back. That was, I think I vomited on the mound for the first time on Father's Day.
Okay.
So that was even better for my dad. My dad got to see me throw up on TV in front of everybody.
Oh, that's a nice gift.
I mean, it's such pride right there when your son actually makes it to the bigs and he gets back, and then you see him back there just vomiting. Is there any part of you that thinks that maybe it's something you should do on the regular? Is it like a good luck charm, or was that just kind of where you were at the time?
I've kind of thought about it. It seems like every time that I have thrown up, I've pitched pretty decent after that. So it may be something that I have to try to tap into if I need some good luck.
All right. We'll look for that out at Oracle Park this year. And then what about this? This is something that pitchers who are younger than you pretty soon are not going to be able to say. You've got a couple of big league home runs, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And did they come off of the exact same pitcher?
Yes, they did.
And what did he do to you to deserve that?
He just happened to be the lucky guy, I guess. He threw me a fastball.
Does it bum you out that you guys that you can't hit ever again?
A little bit. I kind of joked around there a couple of years when I was still in Milwaukee after when we couldn't hit anymore, trying to be like, hey, I can pinch hit if we need to and stuff like that. But, it would be fun. But obviously I think the game's way better with the guys who actually know how to hit and can hit a lot better than us in the box. But it was always fun to get up there and compete and actually see what it looks like from the other side.
Yeah, no doubt. And I mean, now where we are with baseball, if you're down by 8 or 9, you bring in the shortstop or the left fielder to pitch. And so I don't know why you couldn't lobby with your new manager, Tony Vitello, to say, hey, if it's a blowout, let me go ahead and hit.
Hey, that's a good idea. I might try that. If you're listening, Tony, I might be coming into your office in the next few days.
Hey, what are we're all in the space right now of first impressions with Tony Vitello. What are yours?
No, it's been great. I think he's doing what he can, making the adjustments, and, it's just the first couple of days with pitchers and catchers here, but you can tell that he's excited and ready to get the season going. So, I think the anticipation is growing, and so it's going to be fun to get the whole crew here and get everybody in the same building and all get together going into some games.
What's it like for you to be on a new team? You've done it before, but now you're a Giant and you're out there in Arizona trying to get ready. What's the process for you to get to know not only the manager, but the staff and your teammates?
Yeah, it's you got to take care of your business, but also chat up the guys. And luckily, we're all in the clubhouse together, in the weight room together, so we're all together and doing drills and everything. So you're just making small talk, chatting, getting to know guys that way. And obviously, we're eating lunch together, and breakfast. So as much as you can, you take those opportunities to just talk to guys and get to know them, see where they're from, and just ask as much as you can.
But no carbs, right?
A few. I had some pancakes this morning. I couldn't pass those up.
Yeah, I get that.
Yep.
Adrian, I know there are some of the Giants hitters are already there. Have you done any simulated at-bats against specific guys, and if so, who?
No, I haven't yet. I think we had our first round of some live BPs today, so I think we'll be getting there soon.